Welcome to your Get That Nugget for GCSE English Literature. Today we're going to be looking at how we analyse quotations and giving you a framework so that you can analyse those quotations and give yourself a structure for writing paragraphs in order to answer the Shakespeare question of your English Literature GCSE. This session is here to complement your lessons with your teacher and not to replace them in any way. So we've looked at Macbeth, we've looked at plot and structure. The last thing we're going to look at is Lady Macbeth. Because while she does not appear in the play that often, obviously she has a massive input and she has a big role in what happens. So the first quotation we're going to look at is actually said about her and not by her. She's described by Macbeth as his partner in greatness. So AO1, Shakespeare shows that there is an equality in their marriage. So AO2, the use of the word partner is what suggests that. The use of greatness also suggests ambition. AO3, unusual, because women's role in society at that point was not one of equality, was not one of greatness. And here Shakespeare may be trying to make a comment about Lady Macbeth as unnatural. And therefore, if she's unnatural, she is possibly supernatural. And this links her to the idea of witchcraft. She is not keeping her place as expected in society, and it is this, again, that is potentially causing chaos. So then we have a look at things that she says, and straight away we have Lady Macbeth wanting to be more male. So she talks directly to spirits and she is asking to be unsexed. What that means is that she is asking to have her femininity taken away, her weakness, her fragility. That acknowledgement that women are weaker. And therefore, in order to be able to do this, she needs to be more masculine. She needs to be more strong and manly. So we are looking at a time when men were the aggressors. Men took control. She is asking to lose her role as a woman. And she is asking to do that because women are not seen as people who could commit murder. Women are not seen as people who could do anything evil. Equally, women are not seen as having any power in a relationship. And she wants to be able to convince Macbeth. She wants to have that equality. She wants to have that equal standing with her husband. And then the last quotation we're going to have a look at is this. So up until this point in the play, we've seen Lady Macbeth as incredibly strong, incredibly self-assured, having very few issues with being both deceitful and manipulative. And this is the first time we start to see her question herself, and she has gone back to the scene of the murder to replace the daggers, and she starts to question herself. And the use of the rhetorical question shows that she is questioning the deed, questioning herself. And with that questioning, we are starting to see a sort of the first hint of frailty, the first hint of regret and guilt, and blood becomes a theme throughout, and it is the blood which we associate with life, and therefore her constant reference to blood and that constant reference to taking of the life shows her regret, shows her guilt. Royal blood is obviously more valuable, but equally kings were not seen as human, and so this is possibly the first time that she recognises that they've taken a life. And when I say kings not seen as human, they were seen as better than human because they are closer to God. And so, having persuaded her husband to do all of this, it is the sight of blood, it is that recognition of what they've done that starts to lead Lady Macbeth down the path of madness, questioning herself and ultimately killing herself. And so this is really the turning point for her, and we go from seeing her as a strong, determined, demanding woman to someone who is slightly uncertain, someone who is slightly frail, slightly fragile. She has created a situation but cannot actually cope with that situation. So if we're going to write a paragraph about Lady Macbeth using this structure, we can look at this one. So Shakespeare shows that there is equity or equality in their marriage. That's my AO1. I'm showing that I've understood the question. I'm responding to the question. I'm showing that I've understood the text. The use of the word partner suggests that there is no one in control or superior in the relationship. In addition, the use of greatness implies that they both have ambition to be better or more important than they are now. And then on to AO3. This would have been unusual, as women had a lower status in society. Shakespeare is therefore suggesting that their relationship is unnatural, or that Lady Macbeth is supernatural in some way. So what I'm going to leave you with, we've looked at 3 quotations, all relating to Lady Macbeth. We've looked at how we would unpick them using the same structure as the assessment objectives. So either using those 3 quotations or another 3 quotations that you choose, please answer the question, how does Shakespeare present Lady Macbeth? Structure those paragraphs using the AO1, AO2, AO3 format. And once you've finished, please do give it to your teacher in order to mark.